to begin with 2 short memoir vignettes called War and Flowers, Bits and Pieces. 1933, the year Adolf Hitler is given emergency powers. 1933, it says on a photograph in my red leather-bound album. For myself and for 19 other 9-year-old girls in our small town, it was the year that the town's photographer came to snap a picture of our singing class, on stage, about to perform. We were dressed in white shifts, with bare legs and feet. Some of us were bees, some flowers. The bees wore capes, the flowers crowns of blossoms. The sepia picture shows 20 girls impressed with the importance of the moment. Today, with hindsight, I can tell you which bee became a lawyer, which one a physician. And the beautiful flower, the one who is leading the others, what became of her? My granddaughter asks. See the nosegay near her left shoulder? That's where the Nazis made her display the Star of David. What happened to her? She was offered a hiding place, but she didn't want to be a burden to others. I'm young and strong. What can they do to me? She said. She was taken to Auschwitz. She didn't come back. May 10, 1940. On that day, Germany invaded the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. On that day, for us, the war became our war. The girls of the 1933 picture were now 16. Early that morning, I was putting up my hair in front of the bathroom mirror when the mixed, muffled sounds from downstairs made me frown. I could hear my parents' voices and the radio newscast. Something was wrong. My mother's voice rang out, an anguished wail. My hair only half up, I bolted down the stairs and burst into the dining room. The Germans crossed our borders, my mother called out. I stamped my feet, indignant, furious. They can't do that. This is our country. I wanted someone to say that everything would be all right. No one did. I took my bike and went to school, but there were no classes until further notice. Back home, I went out in the garden. It felt good to work in the dirt. On my knees among the strawberry plants, I could hear heavy artillery some 30 kilometers away. With every boom, I flinched. I got up and looked out over the fields behind the garden. The hawthorns were in full bloom. The wealth of white blossoms was reassuring. It was spring, a more beautiful spring than I had ever seen. There were still some certainties. 5 days later, after the bombing of Rotterdam, the radio announced the capitulation of the Dutch armed forces. Her Majesty the Queen and her ministers have gone elsewhere. My father held my mother, who couldn't stop her high-pitched, mournful cries. Think om het Ben, he said. Remember the child. But I had grown up.